GOP, Mr. RockTheMicNews.com, Mr. Pick of the Week every Sunday. It's your boy DJ Jack of Spade on 103 Jams. It's not about that right now. We got the hot topic Phoneaview. I have on the phone, they call him the sixth man. He has a lot on his brain right now. He's been in some legendary crews. He's been on the record with some legendary artists, and he's been around for a minute, and he's back with a new remix. Sure, a couple announcements to let you know what's going on. Philly, what up, man?
P, what's good, B?
I'm coolin', man. I'm good, baby. We got a lot of topics to cover, man, so I'm not even going to wait to get into it, man. First and foremost, for those that don't know, how did you originally come to Virginia? Because your name is Philly, so we're going to assume you're actually from Philly, correct?
Yes, sir.
So how did you originally get down here in the V?
I mean, I don't know if I should talk about it on the interview, but I mean, I came here on some probation shit.
I mean, technical terms. You don't have to go deep into it. Okay. Yeah.
I'm keeping it.
How does it, do you think people from Virginia treat artists from other states differently than they might treat an artist that is originally from Virginia?
I mean, I can't really say that, but I have been in a couple situations where as though I felt like an outsider, you know, but at the same time, like, I got money here, I got a son here, like, I live here, so they ain't got no other choice but to accept me as a Virginia person, you know, somebody from here, because I've been here for a couple of years. I went to middle school here, you know, back and forth from Philadelphia to Virginia, you know, so, I mean, I don't really know everybody from music. I know everybody from me being me. I got my name Philly from everybody else. Like, I never told nobody my name was Philly. They just couldn't pronounce my real name, so they just started calling me Philly because that's where I was from.
Right.
You know, but, you know, I be feeling it sometimes, man, but I used to let it beat me down. I ain't gonna lie, around my major movement ENT days, shout out to Biggs, I used to let it beat me down. Oh, niggas ain't rocking with me because I ain't from here, da-da-da. But now that I look at it, like, a lot of these rappers ain't from here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's stay there, man. Major movement, man. How did you get up with that crew, man? And what ended up happening? Why did you initially leave? Because you left before they kind of called everything quits.
I actually got with Major Movement through Pusher. Me and Push, I knew Push. I actually was, you know, hustling and all that. And Push was doing music, and he used to come through.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. I'm sorry. Allegedly. I forgot. Allegedly. Push used to come through rapping, yo, check me out. We used to listen to his tapes and CDs and stuff like that. And once I was rapping then, but I wasn't taking it serious. And once I started taking it serious, I ran back into Push. Me and him did a song called Going Strong, and ever since then, me and him been rocking together. I got locked up and did some time, and when I came home, that's who Push was messing with. So I'm like, look, you know, in order for me to get out what I'm trying to do, I'm going to need a movement behind me, so see what's up with the movement you rocking with. He introduced me to everybody, took me over there for a meeting, and since then, that's been what it was, and Big's been behind everything I've been doing since then. I actually left Major Movement. No disrespect to Biggs because he's still my bro, but I left Major Movement because I felt like a lot of people was pointing Biggs in a different direction than where his heart was at. His heart always been Major Movement. You see what I'm saying? Like everything Biggs got, knowing, you know, Biggs was signed to Hood Platinum as producer, everything he got, even when Hood Platinum put him on with stuff, he always pulled Major Movement a part of it because that's where his heart was at. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And once, I guess, he started being managed by different people, that kind of drove him, you know, I guess they were trying to get him to see that it was about him, but his heart was Major Movement. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't blame him. The only thing I could do was walk away from the situation, but we still peoples and all that. I talk to him to this day.
Now, do you think the game needs major movement or some type of wave like that? Because they definitely put a stamp on the game. I mean, they're still talked about to this day.
To be honest, I believe we do, but in a way, you know, I don't want to keep hanging on to it like, you know, I ain't got nothing else to do. But in a way, I feel like, yeah, we need to do something real quick just to show them, you know, it's still all love. If we want to do it again, we can do it again. Because when I see a lot of other people like Cool Cash and Diamond Crook, shout out to them. When I see people like, what's their name over there in Chesapeake? Brandish and all them, First Class, shout out to everybody over there.
Yeah.
Shout out to them. When I see everybody all uniformed up and everything, that it always remind me of Major Movement. You know what I'm saying? 12, 30 deep, whatever. Everybody uniformed up, different color shirts, same logo. So, you know, it's still all love, man. I got love for everybody.
The Rise and Fall Major Movement, the DVD, is that still in the works, still going to happen, or maybe not?
It's still in the works because what a lot of people believe Major Movement was just Biggs. Major Movement wasn't just Biggs. It was 2 or 3 other people. You know, I don't want to say their names, but at the same time, you know, if they enforce it like let's do it, then we ain't got no choice but to do it because we don't have to not do it because Biggs don't want to do it. Shout out to him, he my bro and all that, but you know, it wasn't just him. You know what I'm saying? He started Major Movement with 2 other people. If these 2 other people come together and sit down and say, let's do it, you know, 2 voices gonna override one voice.
So are we saying Biggs doesn't want to do the DVD? Is that what we saying?
No, but just to keep it brief, like I talked to him about it, you know, and he just was basically, best thing I could say is the same thing he told me. He felt like we started off all wrong. And I believe him. Because a lot of the things, you know, I wasn't into and a lot of things I was put into, you know, that I wasn't with, you know, so I feel him on that. He like, you know, we started off the wrong way, you know, so I really do feel like if we can do everything all over and do it the right way, he would be with it, you know, but we just got to convince him that we'll do it the right way this time. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Now, after Major Movement, you, excuse me. While you were with Major Movement, you created Fallback Entertainment, and then when Major Movement, you know, when you left Major Movement, you kind of went hard for that stamp and that imprint. Where's that stamp and imprint today? And, I mean, what happened to that? Because you was rolling with Erratic and Niche and Twice Blessed. Like, we were really, you know, to be honest, between the Major Movement and the Fallback Entertainment imprints, this is who really introduced us, you know, to all these people. So what happened with that brand? Is it still around? You know, what's the status of Fallback Entertainment?
Let me tell you something. Fallback Entertainment, like, they gonna always be my fam. Like, I'm always Fallback ENT. Like, regardless of how any of them look at it. Twice Blessed started his own joint, Mental Mind ENT, you know. But as far as Major Movement, like, Fallback ENT was the bad news link to Major Movement, because Major Movement basically was probably a lot of labels under Major Movement. Major Movement was the umbrella. You had Bang Out from Norfolk. You had Flamed Up from over there in Suffolk and Smithfield area. You had Hayes from over there. We had T-Butts. He was in Atlanta. Then we ran into some people who had the same name, Major Movement ENT, with a different stamp in Texas. So, you know, we hit them up like, look, ours official, paid for LLC and everything, so it's no way impossible y'all can be official. So either we can go about this the paperwork way, or we can link up and make it a, you know, down south to Virginia type thing. And once we opened our eyes, and they had our stamp all over their pages and websites and all that. So, as far as Fallback ENT, like, I'm still Fallback ENT. Fallback ENT all day. Like, that's how I got with Major Movement, through Fallback ENT.
Right.
You know, so we still hanging strong, man. I'm just trying to build my own brand right now, Back Block ENT, because, you know, to keep it 100, man, I just feel like, you know, that brick wall ain't really there as far as fallback ENT because people got other things to do, you know, and so I'm not knocking them for that.
What's the chance of a fallback reunion?
No, it ain't gonna be no reunion. We still fallback entertainment. It's just, you know,
I mean, as far as recording together, so you guys have music?
No, we got music. We got music. It's just, you know, like I was saying, you know, everybody, a couple people out of fallback ENT, they got other things going on right now. Like, I'm gonna throw it out there. Erratic, shout out to him, that's my bro. He doing street ball. He holding it down with the N1 street balling thing. Him and DJ Formula, shout out to Formula. He traveling city to city, state to state doing his b-ball thing. I'm knocking him, do what you do.
Gotcha. So basically, Jokers is busy.
Yeah.
Twice Plus is doing the radio thing too, right?
Yeah, Twice Plus doing the radio thing. Shout out to him too. He's doing the radio thing. He got his
famous radio, yeah.
Yeah, he got his mental mind ENT thing going on, but he always gonna be fallback entertainment, regardless of how anybody look at it.
All right, so for a brief moment during fallback linked up with WVMG, Big J, Walt T. You know, y'all was rocking. Y'all did a classic that got used on 2 mixtapes. That was on your debut mixtape, and that was also on the Walkerville mixtape. And why did you decide to leave that situation? What happened with that situation?
To keep it 100p, we on the show, and I know it's gonna be all over the internet. First of all, shout out to Walt T and shout out to Big J. They're my dudes, like from the hood. We from the same neighborhood, next door to each other, whatever. Like they're my dudes.
Right.
But at the end of the day, man, business is business, and I felt like at the same time, me trying to build a brand, they got a brand from another brand. You see what I'm saying? So I always felt like I was gonna be the third party. But at the end of the day,
you're gonna wait too long.
Exactly. And when I got something going on, I can't get WVMG to come out as quick as I can get Fallback Entertainment to come out. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So I felt like, okay, it's no need for me to carry on a brand that's not going to come hold me down. Like, don't make me seem like a fan. Like, if I'm going to be a part of this and we're going to be a fan, let's do this shit all the way. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, it's nothing. We still fam and all that, still doing music together, still polying with each other. So, you know, that's what that was about.
Now, Philly, you've been with a lot of labels. So after that situation, for a brief moment, correct me if I'm wrong, you signed with Faseworld ENT.
Yeah.
So, I mean, why did you make that decision? What happened to that situation?
I did the Faseworld thing, man, because I felt like that was a good move. Shout out to Face, shout out to the whole Face. Like, Face be holding it down, man. He business minded. I can't take that from him. You know, no matter how trash his music is, he's minded. Shout out to everybody over there at Faseworld. But once I got there, I recognized that Faseworld, like that's the metaphor. Faseworld, like I said about the WVMG thing. I'm trying to build my brand too. I'm not in this just for you. Don't move to Atlanta and expect me and Bossman Bojangles to be sitting here in Virginia repping your brand while you on tour doing this and doing that with other artists. I'm talking about major artists in the industry. I'm not going to be here representing you, man, and you out there doing all that, doing all this. Like, come on, dog. Like let's keep it 100. Like, shout out to him. I'm not disrespecting nobody as a man, but as an artist, as a business, like, I didn't feel like that was a good move when I got there. So that's what made me leave. So, you know, I never wanted it to seem like, oh, Philly can't make his mind up. He just bouncing from label to label, label to label. Don't get me wrong. Like my old head always told me in the street, if you hang around broke dudes, you're going to always be broke. So why not hang around dudes that's making moves so I can make moves too? Not saying I'm leeching off nobody, because the same thing I came into Faseworld with, I left with the same thing. You see what I'm saying? I did probably two or three tracks with them. Other than that, I left with my own catalog. They don't own nothing of mine. I don't own nothing of theirs. It's just an even split. That's it. And shout out to Face too. You know what I mean? But that's just what it is. Like,